Welcome, Joanna O, for weather.
Hello, hello. So, is there any of your favorite, childhood characters that you had before? Or
I don't know.
Mine is, I loved watching Beauty and the Beast. Beauty, I guess. Would be it.
the
Beauty.
Selfie
Your
Queen
favorite?
and all, yeah,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
matches. And yours?
Like what comic books? Are you talking Marvel? Are you talking DC?
You can go Marvel, yeah. Well,
I don't know. I had a lot,
Thor.
I like Wolverine, Thor. Definitely, I like Thor. I thought it was cool.
I see. So for me, it was Winnie the Pooh.
Oh,
Winnie the
Oh,
Pooh.
that's not a comic book character.
Back in Korea when I
Oh,
was
cartoon
young.
character though, yeah.
Same difference.
so
Who
they
would
had-
win, Thor or Winnie the Pooh in
Winnie
a
the
fight?
Pooh, because he bounced everything up with the stuff.
Okay. You win.
Well, the reason why I talk about, little friends, childhood friends, is because we're going to talk about friends a little bit here. But let's go back to serious business of weather here. So for a few days ago, I said 3 weather factors are, here with us. Throughout the week: circulation, shear line, and northeast trade wind. Now, the circulation is still developing and is expected to bring clouds and higher chances of showers starting upcoming Sunday. But NWS says, you still don't know. So chance of rain is still 20% because confidence is not too high. The second weather factor, shear line, is with us still as well. If you remember, because of this shear line, there were showers last Tuesdays and Wednesday. Then why is it that today wasn't so rainy? It's because shear alignment, it's French drier air. It's just like how Tigger and Eeyore and Pooh kind of neutralize people out. It's just like that. Everything's kind of yeah. So they're like, oh, stop fighting over here in Marianas. Let's not rain here, and that is why it hasn't been so rainy today. However, shear line seems to be losing out as a drier air is filtering the area, and that is why we're expecting partly cloudy with isolated showers for tonight and next 2 days. Partly cloudy also means partly sunny if you are talking about daytime. So basically, we got shiny weather ahead of us for 2 days. Now, the last weather factor, northeast trade winds, are still with us as well, and that is why winds are expected to blow towards northeast for tonight. Expect speed of 10 to 15 miles per hour and 10 to 20 for next 2 days. However, we might be seeing some small craft advisory over the weekend because wind speed is expected to increase starting Sunday. Temperatures will vary from 78 to 89 for tonight as well as next 2 days.
So who's going to win the fight between Tigger and Pooh and...
Tigger.
But I thought Pooh has...
Tigger jumps.
What about Eeyore?
Tigger
Poor
jump.
Eeyore.
Oh, I know, so lonely. All right, thanks, Joanna, for that report.
Thanks.
Well, Superior Court Judge Michael Bordallo has signed a writ directing Port Authority General Manager Joanne Brown to forward the port's contract with the union on to the Attorney General. It was in 2012 that the contract was ratified by the port's board and the union, but no action has been taken on the matter since then. In their petition for the writ, the Guam Federation of Teachers writes that the contract has been in the port management's hands since it was reviewed by the Attorney General in April of 2013. According to the petition, the contract only needed 2 minor edits before receiving final signatures. Now that they have Judge Bordallo's order, GFT President Tim Fidenko looks forward to action being taken soon.
Fortunately, the judge has ordered them to move it, so if they do not, then they have to appear before the court on January 26th and explain why they refused a judge's order.
Meanwhile, Fidenko says negotiations between the union and the Department of Education for a support staff contract continue to move forward.
Simon Sanchez and Speaker Judy Wonpat say they would like to see the Navy's Fenna water system transferred over to GWA to operate free of charge. They say it makes no sense to have 2 separate water systems and 1 small island.
If the military is going to charge us to buy their system, then when we turn around and sell water to them, we're going to have to charge them for the cost of buying the system. That's where it doesn't make sense.
CCU Chairman Simon Sanchez is talking about a federal law that was passed a few years ago that allows the Navy to transfer its Fenna water system to Gov Guam, but only if it sells it to Gov Guam. That same law also alludes to the possibility of trading Fenna to Gov Guam for the money the federal government owes Gov Guam for compact impact funding. However, both Sanchez and Speaker Wonpat say Fenna should be transferred to Gov Guam free of charge, and compact impact reimbursements should be paid separately.
What I don't want to see, however, is this idea that, well, we're going to give it to you, but then we want to give it to you in lieu maybe of other debts such as the compact impact. That's a totally separate debt, and I like to just steer away from that.
But to steer away from this, the federal law has to be changed.
It's going to be incumbent, of course, of our delegate in Washington then really to go to bat for the people of Guam.
The Speaker says she will take this issue up with the Congresswoman when they meet next week. Both Speaker Wonpat and Sanchez say that a unified water system makes more sense and will cost both the civilian and military customers less money.
I think Captain Shepard put it well. In San Diego and Pearl Harbor, they're just the customer. That can happen on Guam.
Speaker Wonpat says she's happy that Admiral Bolivar responded quickly to her letter and that the Admiral is so open to meeting with Guam's leaders to find alternatives to the Navy's 40% water rate hike.
Local artist Joe Jose Babauta has passed away. Babauta, who was born and raised on Guam, was an associate professor of art at the University of Guam from 1996 to 2013. Babauta had an associate's degree in architecture from the University of Guam, a Bachelor of Fine Arts degree from the University of Washington, and a Master of Fine Arts degree from San Francisco State University. He is a father of 7 children, including former journalist and Zen Habits writer Leo Babauta. According to Babauta's blog, his father passed away in California after getting sick with bronchitis that turned into pneumonia.
Babauta and other artists who have passed away are among the artists being featured at an exhibit that is being curated by Chamorro artist Philomore Palomo Alcon. The exhibit, which is entitled Chamorro Culture Through the Arts, will highlight work from a diverse group of local visual artists. The exhibit will kick off this Friday at 6 p.m. during an event called A Night of Remembrance, in which they remember those who have gone before us. This event will honor Chamorro ancestors and pay tribute to Guahan artists who have passed away.
We, the Guahan artists of 2015, are already discussing holding an art exhibit during the upcoming Festival of Pacific Arts and Culture next year. In the half-a-day Guahan spirit, we would like to invite the FESPAC visual artist participants to that event and hope to have it here in the gallery, wherever that gallery is going to be.
The first art exhibit will run until January the 31st, followed by the second exhibit entitled A Moon Art Exhibit, which will run until February the 28th. All right, so are you thinking about checking out that art exhibit?
Yeah, I definitely
tomorrow?
will. I have
Hey, one of your friends has got some, my friend as well.
Oh, Marvick.
Yeah, Marvick,
She's
yeah,
part of the exhibit. My sister she's not in this one, but she's had exhibits at Kaha in the past, so definitely going to check out the artist. But I would also like to say on behalf of the PNC family, we'd like to extend our condolences to the Babauta family for the loss of Joe Babauta. I know Anna, his daughter, I went to high school with her, so this is really a tremendous loss for our island.
Definitely our condolences go out. Well, let's check in now with Blake Watson with sports.